welcome to this month's Easton Park Market Report. This first slide we're checking out is available inventory from the builders. Something I just thought of as I was about to press record is I've not put David Weekley on here yet. I just did a tour of David Weekley homes. They're doing the townhomes over in Nelson Village in Easton Park. There's only one available right now, and most of their inventory is going to start becoming available in April. So in a month or two, that's when I'll put them as a row on here so we can kind of look at how much they're offering compared to the other five builders. But looking at the five builders we have, some things that stand out to me: Brookfield condos are quite a bit lower in price than they were a month ago, like tens and tens of thousands lower, both the minimum and the maximum price, about 30 grand less. So if you're an investor wanting to purchase one of those, now would be a good time to look at that. And then if you know someone trying to get in the neighborhoods, first-time homeowner, those are great entry-level homes to get into Easton Park. Also, if you look at Pacesetter, they have one house available. Coincidentally, actually, I did a tour of that home in my Pacesetter Builder Spotlight video. So it's the last home I tour in that video if you want to check it out. It's a massive house, 3,174 square feet, 5-bedroom. One of them is an ADU, so you have that ability to supplement, paying your mortgage by getting someone to rent out that ADU. But it's just, I think the design choices, not a lot of people like it. You don't get a lot of natural light in the house. There's not much of a yard space. So if those things are important to you, it may not be good for you. They also don't do price reductions. I'm not sure why Pacesetter doesn't do that, but they posted this house 5 months ago at $683,000 and it's just stayed there. So understand too, you can negotiate. At this point, I'm sure they would definitely look at an offer that's lower than $683,000, but that's what's going on with Pacesetter. They just have the one house right now. I think their next home is going to come out in August or so. That's being built. And then finally, Perry has quite a few of their smaller 1,700 to 2,300 square foot homes out in Pilot Park. So that's why you saw a kind of a jump there of 16 available versus 10 available last month in January. Also, the bottom right there, I started putting how many homes are actually built, because I put available because I get these from the builder sheets, the inventory sheets directly from the builder reps. But what a lot of them do is they'll just put homes that aren't going to be done until 4 or 5 months from now. Now you can put earnest money down and you can reserve that house, so it's technically inventory, but it's not ready. So of the 75 homes that are inventory homes, only 16 are actually built, ready to be moved into. So something to be aware of. Next, looking at resale homes that closed in January, we had 4 homes that closed. I'm only putting listing price here. If you want specific information on how much they closed for, how much they didn't sell or concessions, that kind of stuff, I can share that on a one-on-one basis, but I can't share that on the internet for everyone to see. I also don't want the tax county to see that information, so that's why I'll share it on an individual level. If you're curious, you can reach out. But there's not many. You can look at the bottom right. We only have one home currently pending in the resale sphere, so not a lot of resale transactions happening right now. That being said, there are a ton. I just did a video on the Austin market in general, greater Austin area. There is a historic number of new listings coming into the market in January. So we are going to see that's telling me the market's getting ready for more buyers to hit pretty soon. And not just seasonality, we're going to see more in the spring, we do every year, but we're going to see more in 2025 than we have the past 3 years, is what that's telling me. So something to be aware of, something to be excited about if you're thinking of selling your home. It looks like this spring and this summer we're going to have way more buyers in the market than we've had the past couple years. Looking at past 90 days, bottom left, nothing much has changed there. And then the expired withdrawn listings for January, we had 4. In December, we had 8. So quite a few less than we've had the previous month. Next, looking at the bottom right here, we're looking at resale that's currently available. So we have 11 single-family homes available and 6 detached condos. That's 4 more properties than we had seen in the beginning of January to start the year. So we are seeing more listings come on the market. Price range, average price per square foot, and median days on market really hasn't changed that much. Looking over to the left of the bar graph, we have resale versus new build. This is what's available right now. This graph is really for homeowners who are thinking of selling their home, you can kind of get a rough sense of, okay, my house is 2,400 square feet, so it looks like right now in the market it's about $228 per square foot. That's a rough estimate. Contact me or contact a realtor you know, like, and trust to get a definite valuation for your home if you're thinking of that, but that helps you get a sense of kind of where you're at in the market. But more importantly, for buyers and investors, this can help you. It's just another tool to see, should I go with new build or should I go with resale? And so we can see based on a square foot range, that's how I've grouped these. 3,100 to 4,100 square foot homes, we have much lower price per square foot for the resale. Those are also new listings. A month ago, we had 0 resale in that square foot range available. Now 4 of them have popped up on the market. So if you're looking for a very large home, I would look at the resale first, because that's quite a bit lower than what the builders are asking for. Also, there's a lot of large homes, I've noticed. If you look at just the number available, the new construction, the builders are really focusing on 2,100 plus square foot range homes in the neighborhood. There's a ton of those available, so something to keep in mind. And the last thing I'll say is this information is pulled from the Austin Board of Realtors multiple listing service. So it's going to be slightly different numbers than what we saw in the inventory sheets. Inventory sheets, builders can just choose to put, I'm going to put this house there that's not built till July. But on the MLS, they're a little smarter and they wait a month or two before it's actually ready to post on the MLS. So this new construction here is either done or being very close to finished. This next slide is the Easton Park rental report, as we do have quite a few properties for rent here. As always, we have Drew Coley from Good Neighbor Property Management to pop on and give us his top tip for what he's seeing in the Easton Park market.
Hey y'all, Drew Coley with Good Neighbor Property Management. It is great to be back on. Things are heating up, and wanted to make sure we synced on how the leasing market is doing and share a couple tips. So first things first, as y'all can see on your screen, a quick update. In January, there were 13 rentals available, inventory slightly up from the previous month, a little more under contract, and slightly fewer closed. This is perfectly synchronous with what the market does typically in January. Inventory starts to tick up as everyone gets over their holiday hangover and folks start to get on the market. Inventory increases, demand doesn't creep up nearly as quickly, and so it takes a second for things to regularize, and that's why you're seeing slightly fewer homes closed than the previous 30-day window. Of course, for those looking for specific square footage in correlation to what homes are leasing at in Easton Park, that cell is available for y'all to view. Today's landlord tip is about listing your home. Few landlords, when you go on the market, it's very tempting to, post on your social media and obviously post on Zillow and portals like that and get out there as much as you can. What's ignored rather quickly is making sure you are going above and beyond from just Zillow or your social media. Those two are great, but they certainly do not lay the widest possible net to ensure your listing is getting maximum traffic. Because ideal world for any listing is highest amount of traffic equals highest amount of applications equals you as a landlord get to have your choice fairly, of course, on who is the most qualified applicant to come into your property, right? Very, very important to consider. And so ensure you are laying the widest possible net by considering portals besides Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, Apartments.com. These are all hotpads, Trulia. These are great resources to lean into as you list your home. Social media, yes, of course. What about calling realtors in the area and letting them know, hey, we have a listing on the market and we'd love for you to show it? What about calling property managers in the area? I mean, we love it when a landlord gives us a call and says, hey, we listed this property. We'd love for you to show it if you have anyone looking. We have tenants looking all the time. And more often than not, we can typically make something work. So Long story short, the market's heating up, and it's important to be on the offense and getting out there and getting these homes leased for the highest amount of money in the least amount of time. Of course, as always, if any help is needed, market analysis, what could my home rent for, how should we approach the process, we're very much here to help. You can visit our website at goodneighborpm.com or reach out anytime at 512-763-6197. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to watch my video today, and thank you, Drew, for your contribution on the rental side of things. If you're thinking of buying a property in Easton Park or selling your current home in Easton Park, I would love to help you through that process. My contact info is here on the screen. I'm also offering some incentives of my own. If you're a buyer, I'm willing to pay up to $500 of your moving fees. And if you're a seller, I pay for a lot of the costs up front for professional photography, professional staging, getting a website, getting 3D virtual tours, all that kind of stuff, like setting you up for success out of my own pocket so that we can beat the market average. But whatever your situation is, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. You can find that in my YouTube channel. And until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.